Kidding. I think. Oh, we're live. Ocean.
Hey,
Perfect
everybody, it's
timing.
Roland Smith with Mountain Bushcrafters Alliance. And tonight's Artisan Spotlight is Josephine de Smet, all the way from Belgium.
Oh. Yes, that's me. Today we will do the full show in accent. Okay.
Oh,
How is everyone?
we've got Raymond Williams, Andrew Merritt is in the house.
I see them. You guys look beautiful. You think I don't see you? You're wrong.
Your buddy wrong.
Edie! Wow, that came from the wrong place. But Edie! Almost choked. Edie is the best. And you too, MBA.
She's awesome. Cuzzo is awesome. She is flipping awesome. So what we're going to do, just Edie's in the house. What we're going to do is we're going to open up with an original song written and performed by none other than Josephine de Smet, or Josie, as I like to call her.
Yes. I realized like an hour before we went live, like, shit, you will probably... Can I swear on here or not, Roland?
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay,
you're
yeah.
fine.
I thought, shit, I probably need some songs for the show. What am I going to do? So I hope this will go well. And if not, well, at least we have audio this time.
Yeah, you're home. You're home. Okay, you're home.
Okay. This is the first time I'm here waiting for you to finally appear. This is the last time I am all alone waiting for you to come home. And I can breathe right now, 'cause you are not around. I can sleep these words, 'cause you're out of my world. And I can sleep when night can take another fight. Won't have a reason to hold on when you're finally gone. Give me a reason to stay. Don't let me slip away. Hold me right back in your arms and make sure I don't fall. Give me a reason to smile. Stay with me for a while. Know that I'm gonna cry, 'cause this is the final goodbye. I said if you're sorry, you could come back, 'cause there are things you didn't regret. But I won't give my hopes up, 'cause I know that we belong right here together. So you'll see there's something wrong, and we'll go separate ways. And one of these days, and I won't cry my heart out, 'cause our heads were filled with doubt. There's no tear to fade. This is just a mistake. One day you'll realize, and you'll come back by my side. Give me a reason to stay. Don't let me slip away. Hold me right back in your arms and make sure I don't fall. Give me a reason to smile. Stay with me for a while. Know that I'm gonna cry, 'cause this is a final goodbye.
Oh my God. I love it.
You are sweet.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. That is an original. Oh my God, that was beautiful. That is so
Hey
freaking awesome.
everyone in the chat.
I see Lone Star Beer Reviews has survived his 25-hour stream, thankfully. That was wonderful. That was flipping wonderful.
That is really sweet.
23 KC in the house. We've got Gaffa Haynes. I see Gaffa coming in. Oh, Janet McIntosh is here. My cousin. Oh, that was freaking awesome. That was an opener right there. I love it.
You are such a cutie.
The question that I have for everybody that I've ever talked to, everybody, people in the studio, how old were you when you realized? Because a lot of people just doesn't wake up and they say, well, I'm going to be a writer. It doesn't work that way. Or at least it didn't for me, because I try to avoid it. I'll be honest with you. I try to avoid it because in the early 90s, I tried to stay away from everything related to studio work.
Mm-hmm.
And but how old were you? At what age did you realize I've got to put this on paper? I've got to do something with this.
Well, it's a bit of a long story. Don't know how much time we have here. No, I think I started with songwriting, I think as a way to cope with what was going on, because I was dealing with bullying at school. I was dealing with alcoholic parents who were fighting a lot. And I think I found a lot of peace in songwriting. But it really sort of switched the moment my grandfather died, because he's the first person who really gave me vocal lessons, started introducing me to music. He was a singer in the Opera of Ghent. And when he died, I don't know, something like when we were at his house when he died, I wrote a song like in the car ride on the way home. Like a song was done by that time. Yeah. That is when it sort of started, like, I don't know. It was no longer a hobby. It was something like that I needed to do. And then as time progressed, I got, like, for example, a Mac for schoolwork, and there was GarageBand on there, which was free. So I looked at it, and that was the first time I noticed, like, oh shit, you can make songs with your computer keyboard. You can turn that into instruments.
Yeah. What? A studio.
What? And stuff sort of progressed from there on.
So you started out. You actually that emotion came out in a song, and it became an avenue of emotions to release.
Yeah, I think somewhere it started as a hobby, like you write silly songs just because it's fun, but then at a certain moment you like need it. I always look at it as sort of, you have this sort of table of life, and you have 4 legs, and one is family, friends, one is your career, one is health, physical, one is mental health, for example. And like, if you have a passion, that is something like a pillar that is in the middle of your table. So no matter what happens to the other legs, if you have a passion, that thing can hold you up. Yep. Even if everything else falls apart, if you can work on music, if that's your passion, then that will get you through everything.
I find myself, and a lot of people probably doesn't know this, and that's one of the reasons I wanted to do this the Artisan Spotlight. A lot of people doesn't know, well, me, I battle depression. I have a real big issue with depression. And that guitar back there, however it may be, that whatever song I'm playing, I find that it changes me out of that mood. You know, that's my pillar. You know.
True. Like
So
music. Sorry.
oh, that's fine. That's fine. So
No,
music.
I
Go
didn't
ahead.
want to interrupt you.
No,
I wanted
no.
to say like music can get you in a different mood too. Like you start listening to or playing songs that relate to the mood you're in, but then you start thinking of other songs and it sort of pulls you to a happier space
Right. Well,
sometimes.
well, see, that's how Sad Song Sunday actually started out. I don't even know what I was doing. I mean, I think I threw a song down and there were a few people there and they like sing another. I think it's been going for a little over 2 years. But I'll be
I
honest with you.
love that, man.
I try to avoid. I honestly, I'm just being straight. People say do an original, and it's not that I'm not proud of what I've wrote.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just so backward. I'm just so, and it's hard to believe. Yeah, you're talking about me. Anyway, let's get off me.
No. Talk about you. I find you interesting. Go on.
What is the first instrument that
It
you've
doesn't
ever?
go on.
No. I'm
He
gonna roll
ignores
on here.
it.
Roll on here. Kyle Russ, Grant
Oh, next
McIntosh,
subject.
Andrew's in the house, Crazy Ann's in the house. We're talking with Josephine de Smet, as I call her, Josie, singer songwriter from Belgium, superstar to me. I'm telling you,
That is so sweet.
well, I mean, I'm not trying to patronize you. I'm not. I watched you. You were always good, but just seemed like the past year and a half, 2 years, you exploded. The music got deeper, the vocals got higher. I mean,
Oh yeah, you have no idea.
I mean, I'm not being honest with you now. I'm being straight. That's just like the first time I met Edie. You grow as you go, regardless of how much you play or how little you play.
I love Edie.
Oh, I do too.
She's so talented, and she's the sweetest soul alive.
She is like the hillbilly sister that I never had.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I mean, we connect. You know what I'm saying? She could say something silly, and I get it.
And you talk to her like 5 seconds, and your day is there.
And I get it. I get it. She could say something, and I get it, or I could say something, and she can get it. A lot of people don't get me. They'd be like, nah, but she's like, yeah, pointing the finger and laughing. Yeah. So what was the first instrument that you ever laid your hands on?
A guitar. A piano, because my sister had piano classes. But the first instrument I got for myself was a guitar. I actually asked for that for Christmas. And my grandparents were like, we have a surprise for you. And it was like this toy guitar. And I was so disappointed, like, thank you. Now I can finally play. And then my parents felt so bad that they got me an actual guitar.
Hung and stuff with J&J's in the house. Scrap Man Band's in the house.
Always the solution.
Yeah. I think my first guitar was like $25. I think it was like a K guitar.
Yeah. The one you could get in like a store.
I drove everybody crazy with that thing because I didn't. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Okay. So you answered a big question for me about your grandfather. So he was the doorway, the gateway.
Well, one of them, because he sang classical music, so he got me sort of that influence. And then my other grandparents, who are from Belgium, because they are from the Netherlands, my Belgian grandparents, they are really into jazz and blues. And so they took me to a lot of jazz festivals where me and my dad sold CDs and LPs because he has like this record collection addiction.
Yeah.
It got out of hand. It was a hobby, but now it's probably the best addiction you can have, though, if it's music.
Yeah. Vinyl. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So did not your mom or dad did they play, or was they other than your dad selling at the jazz festival?
My mom is not that musical. She will say it skipped a generation. She's really sweet, although she is not that musical. My dad used to play I don't know what you call it in English, the trumpet that goes,
Yeah. Yeah.
that one. Great. Great explanation.
Yeah,
I'm so sorry. The trumpet.
Yeah.
So he played that, but I never heard him play it. He used to play that in a band, but I never actually heard him play that.
So, okay. So it was your mom was your mom encouraging when it came to music? I mean, did she?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Because my mom was very encouraging, but my dad was kind of, dude, no,
No. Both really allowed me to do whatever I wanted in music, which is really a blessing because not all parents are like that. But we moved to where I live now, and I took what do you call that? Music theory, and then guitar. And normally you can't have any additional instruments as when you're a kid. But they talked to the principal of that music school, and then I could follow piano and drum lessons and vocal lessons, pop and classical, and then also electrical guitar lessons, even though I play like a total noob still. Also joined the choir for a few years.
Right.
Joined a melodic hard rock band for a few years, which is not what you think when you hear me sing.
Yeah, I was thinking like, what? Really?
Hey, Ralph, I recognize you. I recognize a lot of people crazy. And
yeah, Lisa Lee's in the house. Al,
I'm sorry, I noticed them.
Ralph Murick's in the house. Come on in, guys. We're talking to Josephine de Smet from Belgium. This is totally a treat for me. It's an honor. I'm telling you.
It's an honor for me, man. I love Sets on Sunday. You realize that you don't just play songs, right? You give it's like you open the bar where we all can hang out and get to know each other.
Well, that's
and you're the main act. You are like the sultry Marilyn Monroe of Sets on Sunday. I should really shut up.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe I need a drink. I don't know. Maybe I need to. But anyway, if you've got another song for us handy, which I know you've got a plethora of songs, cover, originals, whatever you feel like doing, you do. It's your night to shine.
Oh, good that you say that. I have a song called Shine. It's the one that I wrote when my grandfather died. It's such a coincidence that you say Shine now. That's funny.
Carol.
Yeah, with a beard. Indeed. Cute. I never thought we'd feel the same. I kinda lost you, but I still can feel the pain. Why does it always have to hurt so bad? Try to, but I just can't bring you back. What's in my heart is not in my mind anymore. I try to reach you, but then you just close the door. I try to find my words, but then I don't know what to say. So I guess I better do it my own way. If you could shine, would you shine for me? If you could cry, would you give a tear? If you can scream, you better scream out loud. But if you can't see me, don't pass me by. Have you ever loved someone so bad? You do anything just to hold their hands. And did he ever try to open your eyes so you could just see what a lonely world is really like? If you could shine, would you shine for me? If you could cry, would you give a tear? If you can scream, you better scream out loud. But if you can't see me, don't pass me by. I think I have to forget you, live my life right away. But I can't, cause I still see you. It hurts me every day. I promise I will be with you, but I'm not the one to blame. If you could shine, would you shine for me? If you could cry, would you give a tear? If you can scream, better scream out loud. But if you can see me, if you could shine, would you shine for me? If you could cry, would you give a tear? If you can scream, you better scream out loud. But if you can't see me, don't pass me by.
God. Beautiful, 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 beautiful.
You're so sweet. You give me so much more credit than I deserve.
Do you know when you're writing that way, whether it be a, a tragic situation or or a happy feeling, it's hard to open yourself up. It really is. And people think, well, it's just so easy to write. For me, it's like I'm standing uh, in my underwear in a big crowd, everybody looking, and you're like, I don't. But that was beautiful,
I
beautiful.
don't have that with songwriting. I do have that with
Yeah,
singing for people I know in real life,
yeah,
and for like putting out the songs about certain topics like alcoholism. That for me is really hard to do. But then there's the response, and like people start opening up about their own struggles, and that
right,
makes it like motivating to do so.
right.
I'm gonna subtly pick up my pick.
Go ahead. We won't look. Go ahead.
Got him. I'm a professional.
Yeah.
Why did I pick it up? I didn't even
So,
use it.
so do you want to talk about professional picks or not?
Oh, that's awesome. I love that.
Do you know what the?
I
Do you
never
know?
considered I could use them.
Yeah,
Like old
these are
cards.
these are like old gift cards or whatever.
That's amazing.
So,
You're
what
the
were-
best hillbilly ever.
recycle? I got them.
Yeah.
I got those at the 7-Eleven too. But anyway,
Yeah. But
yeah.
we will
Ah,
do the rest of the show in accent, yes?
here we go again. Anyway, Monica is in the house. Somebody make sure she's in a chair. Please, somebody make sure that Monica is sitting down.
Give
Okay.
Monica a chair.
Monica, give Monica
Monica.
a
Oh,
give her
hello.
give
Hello,
her
Monica.
give her a recliner.
Hello,
Anyway,
Monica. You should come to India with my parents. I will stop now.
we've been doing this for like an hour. Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Anyway,
before it started.
yeah, yeah. So what was your? I know you've been on stage, and being on stage.
It's been a while.
If you're at a house party like me,
Mhm.
doesn't really matter because everybody's pretty much drunk. So the thing about it is, if you're on stage and you're talking, you're singing to people that you've never met.
Mhm.
That's where the difficulty sometimes sets in because of being received. What was your first experience like? The very first, now, if you can recall the feel, give us an idea of the feel, what it was like walking across the stage for the first time. For the first time.
Nerve-wracking, of course. Especially like, I don't know. No, you have a feeling like I can't mess anything up because you're like under a microscope when you're on stage. Nerve-wracking. But
So,
then, yeah, sure.
so when you the first time that you walked across stage, was it when you looked out at the crowd? I'm trying to get a feel for it. When you looked out at the crowd and saw all the faces, did it make it worse, or did you settle down, or did it? Was it after the first chorus, the first word, the first drum? Did everything settle down, or do you still feel that way?
It's been years, but something I remember is that it's easier for me to perform for like a lot of people that I have never met than it is to perform for like 5 people I know in real life. Because I try to like sing songs for my sorority and I couldn't. I was so nervous, couldn't get anything out. And I remember it was like if I performed for like 50 people, it was a lot easier. So weird. Maybe because there's more distance,
Right,
probably.
right. Well, let's the expectation between a stranger and you, or a stranger and me,
Hmm.
is not as intense as it would be if I was singing to uh, family. You know, because they have an expectation that the stranger may not have.
Yeah, and also something else is you sing a lot of your songs raw, but when I publish songs on YouTube, there's a lot of harmonies, there's some effects on it, there's some editing, and so people expect the same sound in real life, but that's just not possible. So people ask you sing something for me, and I'm like, it's not gonna sound the way you think it's gonna sound.
Yeah, yeah. So that's why I tell people when they come into the Shine Shed shenanigans on Sunday, I tell them, I say, if you're expecting anything professional, you come to the wrong hotel because this hotel doesn't have professionalism. Because I just want people to come in and just kick their shoes off, uh, uh, get them something to drink if they drink. If they don't drink, that's fine. But just come in and make yourself at home. That's the whole purpose of me doing
Yeah, but
what I
I
do.
love your voice. You do it like raw and it's like it's so powerful.
Okay, let's keep let's
You
keep
don't like
moving.
compliments, do you? It makes you awkward.
Let's keep moving. Let's keep moving here.
It's true though.
I'm going to the 7-Eleven. Let's keep moving here.
Damn compliment.
Okay. What is the greatest moment? Everybody has a high point, and I know a lot of people want to get signed. I mean, I'm not saying you do, and I'm not going to ask that. A lot of people strive to get signed. I'll be honest with you. As far as I'm concerned, I'm 50 or I'm an old man. And if somebody called me tomorrow and said, "Hey, buddy, you want to?" I said, "I'll sell you the song if you want to buy the song." But as far as signing me or me traveling or me doing this crap, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. It's not for me. You see what I'm saying? But what is the highest? And you I'm talking about from the time that you started. And I know I'm old. Okay, so I'm not going to refer to you as being old as I am, but because I have a lot of highs and a whole lot of lows. But
Yeah,
what?
my beard isn't that
Yeah,
long yet,
but the
as you can
mustache is
see.
working. No, I'm just
Yeah, yeah. Thank you very much. I'll remember that.
okay.
You just
I'll,
watch it.
we've been doing this for an hour. Me and her have been going at it for an hour. Okay.
Yeah,
No, all
yeah.
joking aside, what has been the highest point so thus far?
I know this is gonna sound maybe stupid,
No.
but there's this creator called Rumi Official on YouTube. He's a friend of PewDiePie, maybe you know that name.
Yeah.
And he has around 6 million subscribers. He did this challenge where you took a song and you made a cover of it or a remix or whatever you wanted. And I did the same. And whoever was the most or something, they featured in a video.
Right.
And I clicked to watch the video, like people cover Dance Monkey. So I clicked to watch the video and suddenly I see mine in there and I'm like, fucking hell. I didn't expect that. And apparently he really liked that. Then I made another one and he featured that one as well. It was crazy. That is why my channel grew so much, because of that challenge. And I didn't just like him recognizing what I did. I liked that it made me push myself further. It made me look
Right.
at different ways I could create something or faster ways. It gave me a lot of progress. If you compare that to what I made before.
Right. So that gave you the boost. Well, when I asked Edie about winning Vid Summit last year.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, that was crazy. And she was like, "I'm competitive, I mean, I got this. Yeah, I got this." So when it comes to the challenge, we're not going to say the competition. We're going to say the challenge. When it comes to the challenge, that's what you focused on to push yourself forward and to create more.
Yeah, because also before that I was making songs with less, let's say, quality in a lot more time, and I made that thing in 5 hours, which for me was proving to myself that I could do that.
Right.
And now I'm taking just as long as ever for a new project.
Reverse.
Yeah. No, it's better though, but it's taking such a long time and so many technical difficulties. But it's gonna be awesome once it's ever finally done.
So the great question for everyone when they play music, you've heard the old cliche, "Let's get a band together." And
Sure.
have you ever actually sat down and thought about maybe getting with maybe 2 or 3 more writers and collab, maybe some musicians, and actually doing something in that realm? Or is that just something you just...
No, really. I mean, if I wanted that, I would probably like them to be able to play my songs, and that's a bit selfish.
No.
I don't know if I would be a good band member. I don't know.
Well,
I don't know how that would work for the type of music I make, but it would be fun to perform the songs.
Well, see, that's not being selfish. If you said, "Okay, here's what we're going to do," the guy that played lead guitar for me,
Hmm.
his brother was the drummer for me, and he would get so, I mean, he would get so angry because I would want to do a Merle song,
Hmm.
and he was like, "Why if people going to buy CDs, they're not going to buy you singing Merle. They're going to buy Merle.
Yeah, I
Why
get
don't
that.
you Why don't you do your own thing?" And I'm like, "Man, oh, you know,
But I
just
also get why you want to do that.
yeah, 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 yeah." So, got another song for us?
Oh, let's see.
Cover, original, it doesn't matter. I just want to. I'm enjoying you.
I think I'm gonna do Breaking Down.
Whatever you feel like doing. John T. Cash. John Sheffer.
When you say it's gonna be fine, I believe you. But when you say it's a matter of time, I release you. 'Cause there's just no way that I will hold on for more years when your soul is finally done. There's just no reason why I have to stay. 'Cause I think it's better just to live without a word to say. And I just don't think that we should keep pretending this is love. I'm breaking down. Can't you see that you're falling down? Because all the things that they've done, my baby, I don't want them to be the reason that our love didn't hold on. It's been a long time since I played this, and I totally forgot the words.
That's totally fine. Hey,
These are such old songs, though, because I can't really play my new ones on instruments because I made them on, on VSTs.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm like, what the hell do I do now?
So that's, I mean, that's totally understandable because uh, I I was on stage once before, and I told this in a previous. Go ahead. If you've got a song, you go ahead.
Oh, no, but you wanted to say something.
No, honey, it's not about me. Hey, you go
But
ahead.
I
Oh.
like you. Talk to me.
No, I'm just saying. You talked about forgetting the lyrics to that song, and a lot of times we feel like, oh God, I'm such a, So I was on stage and I had my own track of my own music, and they put it in, and I'm standing up there, and there's a crowd there, and it was like at a festival, and I was like, I don't know if I was behind or ahead, but I muscled my way through it, and I never let it show. But in my mind, I'm like, I screwed that up so badly, so badly. But it happens. You be in the middle of a song, and the lyrics are gone. They're gone.
Yeah, but it was like I played the first part of the first verse, like a minute ago, and then I started the second verse, and I was like, I should play it part 2 of that first verse, and I was like, I'm just gonna play that after the chorus, and I was like, it's not coming back. There was a lot of internal panic that you didn't notice.
Go ahead, play whatever you want to play. If you want to cover, if you want original, whatever you want to play, you play whatever you feel like playing.
This is a sad song called Heather. It's by Tate McRae. Don't know if you know her. Okay. I still remember the 3rd of December, me in your sweater. You said it looked better on me than it did you. Only if you know how much I liked you. But I watched your eyes as she walked by. What a sight for sore eyes, brighter than the blue skies. She got you mesmerized while I died. Why will you ever kiss me? I'm not even half as pretty. You gave her your sweater, it's just polyester, but you like it better. I wish I were Heather. Watching you stand as you're holding her hand, put your arm around her shoulder. Now I'm getting colder, but how could I hate her? She's such an angel, but then again, kinda wish you were dead as she walked by. What a sight for sore eyes, brighter than the blue sky. She got you mesmerized while I died. Why would you ever kiss me? I'm not even half as pretty. You gave her your sweater, it's just polyester, but you like it better. I wish I were Heather. What the hell was that ending?
I love it. All right.
Professional. I haven't played guitar in ages.
You can entertain me singing Mary Had a Little Lamb in Indian, okay?
Oh, Mary had a little lamb, little lamb.
I knew this was coming. Thank you, Gaffa. Gaffa is running Josephine's channel link.
Thank you, Gatha.
If you do
what
not
the
have...
fuck, Mike? It says that in the chat. Hi, Mike. It's good to see
Michael.
you again.
So
Johnny Cash is in the chat. Damn.
Yeah. Hello, Johnny. Anyway, yeah. So how many songs? And I'm not going to ask about the unwritten because that's another question.
Oh yeah, that's a pile. I wouldn't even know.
Yeah, look, I've got them
pile.
I've got them stuck. I've got them stuck everywhere. I swear.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
You get used everywhere, haunting me.
Yeah. So I had a notebook.
Didn't finish us.
Yeah. So how many have you actually? Because I know from my past experience, how many have you written?
Oh, that's a great question. There's 60 old ones on my channel. There's 60 old ones on my channel, like these I played today. And I think 20 new ones, maybe max.
That's a lot
of covers.
That's a lot of work. That's a lot of work.
It is when you think about it. You always think that you're not doing well until you look back at the past. Then you're like, I could be worse.
I know that I watched a video. I think it was a video or we was live or something. I can't quite remember now. It's been like 1937. You had a song come to you and you couldn't find nothing to write it down on. Am I right or wrong? And you was looking for something. I don't remember what you wrote it down on or what you didn't write it down on. But I think
I don't remember that. Huh.
Yeah, that was probably 2 years ago.
Yeah, that could be possible. That happens a lot, actually. Sometimes I'm in public and I get a song ID and I get my phone and I'm like, na 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 in public, and people are like, what the fuck is she doing?
Yeah, yeah. What's the problem? What is she? Is she on medicine for that? She out of her medicine? But so
I'm not
so
crazy. I'm just a songwriter. That's the
so we're
same
we're
thing.
probably looking at 90. Just say let's just go round number. Say 100 finished.
Yeah, because there's a lot finished too, but not recorded.
But
That's another
does
pile.
is yeah, the finished, the unfinished.
Yeah.
So the good, the bad, and don't even show that one. That's what I've got.
Yeah.
Anyway, no, we don't. We don't. Yeah, but
Accurate. Yeah.
Whiskey Woman's in the house. Jimmy C's in the house, of course. So
Jimmy C. I know him as well.
so does the unfinished outweigh the finished by a large margin?
Yeah, definitely.
Like chorus, verse, and that's it. Hit just the wall, the great wall.
No, there's like the finished. There is like this is finished and released. Then we have finished, and then we have unfinished, like the pile.
Right. So
No, you have actually, it's recorded and released. There's finished but not recorded. Then there's like finished, and then there's unfinished. There's various degrees of piles.
I know this is probably a silly question for you. I know it's not for me.
I'm silly. Go ahead.
Do you have the one or two songs that you wrote that you can't play?
Yeah, definitely. All the
Okay.
new ones I cannot play because I made them in software.
Well, what I'm saying
I would have
is,
I would need a backing track to perform those.
okay, yeah. I'm the same. Cecilia's in the house. Now, I'm not going to ask you about the signed and unsigned and all this crap because if
Oh, also, what was I gonna say?
I don't know, come to the 7-Eleven.
Great. No, what was the last thing you said? There's a lot of songs too that I wrote, that I recorded, but I can't sing them because I like record in like small chunks to get the energy right, but sometimes I can't breathe in time, or the notes are insanely high because some days my voice is like, yeah, let's do this, and other days it's like, leave me alone, please.
Yeah.
And I can't.
For me, I either have to be, what I'm saying, be by myself, and I'm like by myself, and I'm like singing because usually after a sad song Sunday, I stay out here a little bit by myself just to play. And because I have such a habit of picking up the guitar, setting it down, picking it up, setting it down. And when I'm by myself, I feel like, man, I wish 1,000 people were here, but that's not the case. So and I'm not going to ask you about the signed or unsigned, all that crap, because I really don't. That's a personal. A lot of people say, I want to be signed. A lot of people say, I never want to be signed. But the question that I have, if you were given the opportunity to sign, would you change your style of music? Do you see your style of music changing?
I think it would be a shame to keep making the same music over and over again. Maybe like it's interesting to sort of change, because I don't make the music now that I used to make.
Right.
Because you would run out of songs to write eventually, I think. But if they would be like, hey, we want to sign you as this rapper, that's obviously probably not gonna work. It has to be somewhat close to what I do now.
Right.
Like they wouldn't be able to push me in a certain direction,
well,
I think.
I know there's limitations. I know they have limitations because there have been a lot of artists that simply left the business or started their own label because of restrictions, and that was mainly what I was. The restrictions come after the signing.
Yeah, of course.
If there was restrictions before the signing, there would be no signing, right?
No, I think also when you sign, the stuff that gets promised to you on paper is really promising, and you're like you start here and you sign for this, and that's amazing. But then with the boost you get from signing, you get here, and what you get from the contract is still here, and you can't really renegotiate that.
No, that's what I
And you
started to say.
don't know in advance if you're gonna be successful, so you won't know what to negotiate for, because you don't. Those are not things that seem realistic for you at the time.
Right. Well, see, the reason I know this because in a book about Merle, he talks about Merle Haggard. He talks about uh, them taken from him after he became such a legend. He was singing until he was no longer able to even walk. His sons were going out and greeting the people because he couldn't walk, because he still owed those that took from him. Does that make sense?
Not that much for me. Could
Well,
you
see,
rephrase it?
what he'd done, they had promised him great things, and as he took off, he far exceeded what they had promised, but still under contract, and they were taken from him. It's like you making $1 and I'm taking 80 cents, and somebody else is getting 10 cents of it, and all you getting a nickel or 10 cents of it. So he had to work. He had to work until he was working when he passed. So
that's sad.
Yeah. So that's why I don't get into the question of would you sign, would you not sign. Everybody says, "Oh, sure, I'd sign. Sure, I'd sign."
I think read the contract and review the contract with someone in the industry who actually knows what they're doing.
Right.
Because otherwise you're gonna get screwed over. Because if you're not in the industry, you don't know what's like realistic.
So the big question, another big question is,
dun dun dun.
Dun. Do you ever just want to just get away from it? Just you get burnt out, you get exhausted of it. Have you ever taken a hiatus from writing?
I don't usually get sick of songwriting. I don't get writer's block either, because I always write my ideas on the go. But something that does burn me out is technical difficulties. So for example, now I've been working on this cover for months, and I really like where it's going, but I get system overload every 5 seconds, and it's just 80% of my workflow is now solving technical problems, and 20% is actually the creative stuff. So that really burns me out. So I'm now taking a production course on Ableton, which is on my new PC. So hopefully I can get rid of needing GarageBand for my songwriting.
Okay, I got you.
I am like, if there's an issue, I am like, how am I moan a whole lot, and then I'm like, okay, great, what are we gonna do about it?
I understand. I really do.
Yeah, because it limits your creativity, and every time you have an idea, you're sort of in the back of your mind, like, why would I start recording this? Because I know where it's gonna go with this software.
Right. So broadening your capabilities would change everything, really, or has changed everything.
Yeah. Also, the more I learn about production, the better my songs get, but the more work it is. But I don't mind the process. I don't mind mixing and stuff, but I really mind not being able to do it. That's so
Right.
annoying.
I see what you're saying. I see exactly what you're saying. That's like me. I thought, well, I can play bass. I can play drums. I can play guitar. As far as rhythm, I'm not a lead guitarist. You can forget that. That's wiped out. And in being able to sit down and mix your own music and to do your own thing, and then send it to or have a lead guitarist come here and lay down the tracks, lay down the finished piece. That's how we done it before. I mean, pretty much. Which the studio time was. I hope he's not on here, but the studio time sucked. It just sucked. Have you got another
In terms
song?
of pricing, or what do you mean?
No, just not accomplishing. I would go in at 4 o'clock and stay until 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, and just seemed like we were just at a standstill all the time. Just had mandolin players show up, had fiddle players show up, had banjo players show up, and just seemed like everybody just. But have you got another song for us? A cover, original?
Yeah. I'll have to think for a second. Okay, yeah, got one. It's I Don't Wanna Be You Anymore by Billie Eilish. I don't know if you like her or not. Or if you're like, not her again.
No,
Don't be that way, fall apart every day. I just wish you could feel what you say. She'll never tell, but I know you so well. At a mood that you wish you could tell. Well, if teardrops could be bottled, there'll be swimming pools filled by models. Though the tight dress is what makes you a whore. If I love you was a promise, will you break it if you're honest? To the mirror what you know she heard before. I don't wanna be you anymore. I suck at playing barres. Like what do you call that when you put your finger down on a fret?
bar.
Yeah, bar.
Yeah.
like a chord like this.
The bar. Yeah.
I cannot. I don't know why. My fingers are so weak. Hands getting cold, losing feelings, getting old. Was I made? What was it? Getting old, feelings getting old. Was I made from a broken mold? Hurt, I can't shake. We've made every mistake. Only you know the way that I break. Well, if teardrops could be bottled, there'll be swimming pools filled by models. Though the tight dress is what makes you a whore. If I loved you was a promise, will you break it if you're honest? Tell the mirror what you know she heard before.
Yes.
I don't wanna be you. I don't wanna be you anymore. You are so sweet.
I love it. I
screw up everything.
It's not a lot of you when you're singing and you miss a chord or you miss a lyric or your voice cracks or my I'm talking about me for myself.
Hmm.
Now I have pulled sets on Sundays and been so sick. I mean, I'm talking about virus sick, like a cold,
Hmm.
like sinus cold, and but it's not about. I mean, just perfect. Sounds good to me. God.
You're
So
sweet.
so I know I know people say, well, what kind of music do you play? And a lot of times people come in, they'll say, can you play? Can you play? Can you play? Because if you do covers, that's what they expect from you.
Yeah, yeah.
If that's all you do, what 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 it, what is your favorite genre of music? What is your favorite genre? Do you
It
have one?
Yes, but I don't know what the actual genre name for it is, if you will. I call it dark pop. It's songs like Billie Eilish, Tate McRae, songs with like a deep synth bass and thick
Right.
harmonies. I don't know what to call it. It's like pop, but not like the happy type of pop. It's like this tough, badass sort of pop
Yeah,
that I like.
I got you. So who other than
I
your
don't. I don't know what the name
what?
is,
Yeah,
but I just call it
him
that.
would be dark pop, right? Or would it be what gothic pop or what would you?
No,
More.
with gothic pop, I imagine more rock and guitars.
It's more sincere, more serious, more deep.
Yeah,
Your style
that
of
yeah,
music is deeper than most writers that I've heard as far as emotion.
that's really sweet.
Uh, other than your grandfather, your mom and dad influence, who who is who is your go to for
What do you
for
mean?
for for influence?
Demi Lovato.
Okay, okay,
She's someone who's known for being on Disney as an artist, like a teen star. That's what she's known for mainly. But she's someone who went through so much, like bullying, addiction, eating disorders, and instead of doing what other celebrities do, which is like doing everything to hide any bad part of their life, she always gets back up, tries again, and shares everything she's going through with the world. Even if
right.
it's really hard stuff to share, she's still so open about that
The
and really
sensitive.
vulnerable. And that's really something I admire in her.
I believe to be. I believe uh, to actually put your emotions down on paper, you have to be willing to be completely open
Hmm.
to both good and bad criticism, to good and bad advice. Uh,
True.
but
Yeah.
yeah, because I've had people give me advice that I took to consideration and found out that it wasn't good advice at all. Uh, and as far as writing, there's no one can advise you on
Yeah,
emotion.
that's true.
I
Yeah.
can't argue. I can't argue the, I can't argue with the way you feel. I can change the way you feel, but I can't disagree or agree with the way you feel. See what I'm saying? Does that make
Hmm.
sense? You can't
Yeah,
argue
it
with
does.
feelings.
No.
If you feel like that somebody cares for you or doesn't care for you, that's the way you feel. The only thing they can do is change the way you feel. They can't argue or agree or whatever. You can't argue or disagree with feelings, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, but some people are not understanding and they will
Yeah.
argue with it anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I
Oh,
get what you mean.
we've all had those. Yeah, we've all. Have you ever actually thought about maybe just would it be a compliment? And I mean, I'm not saying would it be a compliment to you for someone other than you that maybe has a larger platform to do one of your songs or and maybe not in the style as you had written it.
Yeah, definitely. That would be awesome.
That
I
was
would
just
like them to send it to me so I can see it.
yeah,
But
yeah,
yeah,
proof
sure.
to yeah. Well, see, the reason I asked is because a lot of people, but they credit Willie Nelson for writing Pancho and Lefty, which he did not. It was Townes Van Zandt that wrote the song in '73, I believe, '73.
Oh, do
And
you mean like people having more success with your song than you do? Is that
yeah,
what you mean?
yeah.
I don't
Would you?
know. I don't know.
It would be
If
hard.
they
Yeah. Okay,
if they
go
make
ahead.
it really good, I would like it. But if people were like, "Oh my god, that's so much better than the original that she
Yeah,
made," that
yeah,
would hurt.
yeah. That would. Well, see, that's what I'm. Moose Gal's in the house. Thank you for calling. Eileen's in the house. I'm not ignoring you. I'm glad you're here. That's what I was thinking, because if you'll go back and look at Townes Van Zandt, Pancho and Lefty, he's sitting in a bar, and I love Townes. I love the way he wrote the song. I love it because I'm a purist. With you and your guitar, you're sitting here right now. That's more entertaining to me than anything that
A
I could.
purist in
Yeah,
my
just
language means someone who walks around naked.
well, I'm
So I think that's not what you mean.
okay. Anywho, pick you. Okay, let me get my guitar pick.
Moving on.
I got it
No,
at
no, no.
7-Eleven.
Continue,
But
please.
anyway, that is the to me that is just I love it. That's like when Edie does her or used to do her live streams. Uh, when people go in and sit down with just their guitar or with their piano and they pour their heart out, whether people like it or not. You got three people in there, and everybody else, start seeing the numbers decline. It doesn't matter to me. See what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But when I watch Townes do the song Pancho and Lefty, I'm like, God, this to me, it's just I fell in love with it.
Mm-hmm.
But when they took the song and made it explode, Willie and Merle, actually Townes is in the video with them. But for someone to take one of your songs, back to the same question, if someone were to take one of your songs and maybe have more success, it would be, I believe, would be kind of hard to deal with. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. Yeah, in a way, yes, but also it would bring more people to my song, I think. I think as long as you're credited properly and visibly, it will be all right. Like if someone would be like, I made this cover and the cover is better, but they are like, the original song is by, go visit that person.
Right.
That is a whole different thing than not even mentioning that it's a cover or not mentioning you at all. You know?
Right. Well, see that falls back to I was in a chat forum with a bunch of musicians, and somebody there apparently didn't know who Townes Van Zandt was, and they were talking about how he butchered that song, Pancho and Lefty, and if they want to hear a butcher, they can hear me do it, but they talked about how he butchered that song, and it was his song. It was his original song.
That's so painful.
Yeah, it was. Andrew Merritt, I'm glad you came in. Have you got another song for us, Josephine? Whatever you feel like doing. If you want to do original, cover, just however you want to.
Okay. This is Lost on You by LP. I cannot see your beautiful eyes because you're wearing sunglasses inside for some reason. It's beautiful. You're also beautiful with sunglasses. Yay, happy face. When you get older, plainer, saner, won't you remember all the danger we came from? Burning like embers, falling tender, longing for days of no surrender years ago. And will you know, smoke and if you got 'em, 'cause it's going down. All I ever wanna was you. Never get to heaven, 'cause I don't know how. Let's raise a glass or two to all the things I lost on you. Tell me, are they lost on you? Ooh, just so you could cut me loose. Ooh, after everything I lost on you, is I lost on you? Wishing I could see the imagination, understand the toil of expectations in your mind. Hold me like you never lost your patience. Tell me that you love me more than hate me all the time, and you're still mine. Smoke 'em if you got 'em, 'cause it's going down. All I ever wanted was you. Let's take a drink of heaven, this can turn around. Let's raise a glass or two to all the things I lost on you. Tell me, are they lost on you? Just so you could cut me loose. Ooh, after everything I lost on you, yes, I lost on you. Everything I lost on you is all lost on you. When you get older, plainer, saner, won't you remember all the danger we came from?
I love it. I love it. This to me, this is where it's at. This to me, this is where it's at. This is the unplugged of 2021. You know what I'm saying? This to me it's awesome, isn't it, Edie? It really is. So, if you could see yourself, what direction? A lot of times I wake up in the morning, I'm thinking, well, what is mountain bushcrafting? I haven't bushcrafting forever. Where do you see yourself, or where would you like to see yourself as far as projection with your writing, your music? What do you want? What? Everybody's got to have a goal. Everybody's got to have a plan.
Yeah, I hope to be able to be better at production, more efficient, so I can make better songs more efficient, faster, put out more than I do currently. Like the long-term goal is for me to just be able to put out songs anytime I want to and have them sound like radio ready, if that makes sense. That is just it for me. It's making music and being able to put it out. Yeah. So it's not like a crazy big goal, but for me, if I can do that for the rest of my life, I am happy. And even if, of course, if you can make money from it, that's even better. If the hobby pays for itself. But yeah, even if that doesn't happen, I'm happy putting out songs. That's all I want to do.
Give us a little insight on discipline. Discipline.
Oh,
yeah. Okay.
You're asking the wrong person, man.
Give us a focus. As far as discipline, my issue is, and I don't know if Edie has the same. I think I asked her. I can't. I have to look. I've got her answers. I keep that questions and answers as we do these, but the discipline part of it all, to sit down and say, "Damn it, son, I'm going to finish this." Do you have any issues with? And I'm not. I know we all have issues with discipline, but I'm saying, do you have any major issues? Like just discipline.
For me, when writing a song, I have to finish it in one go. If I don't finish it the same moment the inspiration strikes, it's not ever gonna get finished. I have a video on that, on like writer's block, and it just being an issue of your process. It's not an issue of writer's block. You don't experience writer's block. It's just when a lot of people, when they write songs, they actually physically write down the song. And for some people that works. For me, that doesn't work, because inspiration strikes. I usually press record and I sing whatever, like I vocal brainstorm, you can call it. But if I were to record like an idea and then I would be like, oh, let me write that down, I'm stopping that creative flow. And you're making it really hard for yourself to write, or even like to finish a song is impossible if you keep interrupting that flow. But then in terms of discipline, for me, it's often that I get overwhelmed with something in my process and I make excuses for myself. So for me, I know I have to sit down with myself constantly and say, why is that song not finished? What is holding me back? And sometimes it's like, I'm scared of system overload. I'm scared because this will happen. This seems to be this complicated thing that I need to do. And so I make sure it's in little tasks that I can do in 5 minutes, or I look for solutions. But I always have to sit down with myself and say, like, why are you not working on this? What is holding you back? And then find a solution. Because otherwise I will just keep like procrastinating.
So you end up like kind of like I have. You'll have a stack of chorus, verse, chorus. That's it. That's Blazed Radio's in the house. I didn't get to say hello. I don't want to ignore anybody in the chat. If you don't have Josephine Smet on your channel, if you're not watching her videos, watching the process, learning, because I'm learning. We all learn.
From me?
Yeah.
I don't really.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
because I'm the guy. I'm the old guy that had the tape recorder. Okay, I didn't have the phone. I had this and a tape recorder, and I've got them stuck somewhere up there, I believe. of me singing just down the beach, and yada yada yada, and
that's awesome.
Then I'm going back and I'm like, damn thing doesn't work, so. But as far as the process, if you do the process, if you complete the process in discipline, the end result is
Mhm.
better quality. Am I right?
True, true. You just have to get yourself to finish it. But for me, it's not an issue of songwriting. I usually can start writing and finish songs pretty fast. For me, it's really the production that takes a lot of effort. Yeah,
So
and
so how did you, as far as time management, how did you going to class and working and writing and uh, how how
how
how
did
does
I
that?
combine it?
Yeah.
Um, to be honest, I spread in advance. I chose to spread 3 years of college over 4 years so I could focus on music. That's so horrible. It's such a bad idea, but yeah.
One I hope
So
one I hope pays out big dividends. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, and anytime I had a break, I would
Yeah.
sort of sit in the cafeteria and I would like be making beats and stuff while waiting for like in line for the food. I would be like making beats. And then when I got home, I would record vocals on it. Yeah, I would be like,
Yeah.
yeah.
People. Is she out of her
I
medicine?
had
Is she
no
out of her
wonder I
medicine?
had no friends. I was such a weirdo. I
Uh,
still am.
my circle's so small, I have to introduce myself.
Yeah,
But
but yeah, in terms of time management, I just know that songwriting is the most important thing for me. A lot of people are really career driven or family driven. A lot of people focus on one thing in their life, and for me, that's music. So for
that
me, anything else has to like go
that
for me to
that
be able to
that was
make
the
music.
next question. Is that everybody's got a priority list? I've got lists stuck everywhere. I am a list maker. You know what I'm saying? Especially when it comes to the wood shop, comes to writing music, comes to I'm still writing. I'll forevermore write. Once you once you once you start writing and you really understand how to put your emotions down, either on paper or on a recorder, that's it. Once you really open up yourself, so I've got lists. So on the list, which I guess you just pretty much answered that question, the priority of music is highlighted number one.
Hmm. I
So
get
is that?
that.
I'm asking you. So is that the way it is with you? Is that
Yeah, yeah. A lot of people, and sometimes I feel like I'm behind on life because a lot of people walk this path of society. Like you go to school, you get a job, you meet someone, you marry, you have kids, and then you die.
right? Right?
And I'm really not like that. I don't care
No.
about any of that, only music. And for a lot of people, they look at me and they're like, oh, you're still single. Ooh, you still don't, you're not like, are you not, do you not have a house yet? No, no, of your own? No. Oh, like people think, like, I think they perceive me as someone who is not ambitious, but that's just because my ambition lies somewhere else
Right.
that is
Right.
not as common.
Right. I understand exactly what you're saying.
Oh, thank God, because a lot
And
of people think I don't know what I want in life.
yeah,
And I
well,
do. I just keep it to myself because no one would understand anyway.
and, and that's how come. And a lot of people think you're antisocial. It's not that you're
Yes. How
antisocial.
did you guess
Yeah.
that?
Yeah. Well, I mean, a lot of people think that to a certain point I am, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I get
When
it.
it comes to being out here by myself, that's my time. And
Yeah,
whether
that
it's
is so
learning,
important. And a
yeah,
lot of people can't even be by themselves without having like thoughts killing them.
right, right. Uh, I partially gave up a lot of social media for the simple fact is I felt like it was I wanted in, wanted out. You know what I'm saying? Uh,
No.
Well, social media, I didn't want it to consume
Oh yeah, I get that.
me. You know,
Yeah, because otherwise
uh,
you keep scrolling and you
yeah.
lose
And a
hours.
lot of people, a lot of people say, well, you got to pace yourself. It's one of those, look, squirrel. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah,
one of them
yeah, I
situations.
get it.
You want to focus on writing. You want to focus on learning. You want to focus on the musical aspect of what you're doing. And a lot of times by the time you spend 4 hours doing
Mm-hmm.
something else,
Yeah, I
you
don't have that with social media.
the
A lot
drive.
of people my age do. Like
Hmm.
they're like, you must be so boring because there's not a lot on your social media. Like, sure. Like I prefer being present when I'm doing something. When I'm hanging out with someone, I prefer being in the moment rather than being like, hey, take this picture of me. You know. But I do really scroll out on YouTube. That is like I always get caught in the rabbit hole of YouTube. I'm a
Yeah,
tab hoarder too, you know. So you get like the suggested videos and you put them in tabs to watch next,
yeah,
and then you
yeah.
open the
Save.
second video and you open
s-
more tabs, and then there's like tab Walhalla.
yeah.
Oh boy, I suck at that.
So does any of your does anybody in your neighborhood, anybody that you can go to, I'm talking in your uh, circle that you can go to, or that comes to you, just pertaining to music, or no?
What do you, can you
Well, I mean,
rephrase that?
uh,
I
is there any,
Englished.
is there anybody in your circle of friends
Mm-hmm.
that that uh, uh, that go to you, or you go to them for inspiration as far as music? Anyone close,
To find new songs to listen to, or
or
what do you
or
mean?
just yeah, for inspiration, for writing inspiration, or to encourage you? That's what I'm saying.
Um, I don't know. Not really. No, I
So
don't know.
so is it just mainly just you? I mean, is there anybody that you say that you could pick up the phone and say, hey, I've got an issue with this song.
No, I don't. If I do have an issue with a song, I usually go to Discord, like
Yeah,
Discord where other musicians hang out.
yeah,
There's not
yeah.
really
I know.
anyone I know personally who's a magician, a musician. So no, no, I'm alone. I'm on my island.
Her on Patmos. Anyway,
But I
that
kept it hidden for a large part of my life because I was getting bullied a lot at school,
yeah.
and
Let's
in
touch
college,
on
yeah,
let's touch on that. Yeah,
okay,
elaborate on that if you don't care to.
no, sure. Well, I had like it's sad that you even have to say that, but I had like normal bullies at the start of high school. Like they would say things like your pimples are your only friends, or like you would call ugly, fat, nerd, stuff like that. Um, and then I had this other girl who came into the class, and she was a lot older. She was really like a bigger girl. And I was like, she's gonna get bullied so much. I need her to be my friend. I felt like sort of protective of her.
Right.
So we were in that class together. And at the end of the class, she turns to me and she was like, "You're a real bitch, you know." And I was like, well, I was so shocked. I remember the teacher said something to me and I could only see her mouth move. I couldn't hear anything she said.
Oh,
And
you
from
really?
that point, every day, every moment of the day, that girl, that new girl that I wanted to protect, was any word you can think of, she would call me. She would call me slut, whore, crazy bitch, witch, psycho, satanic
That is
person.
crazy.
I wore a lot of black, and she would tell people that I was satanic and that I would sacrifice animals and people for the devil, which like, and people would literally believe her and walk up to me and be like, is it true that you sacrifice animals? And I'm like, no. Then it would also, yeah, it's insane. And it would move into physical abuse as well. She would hit me a lot of the time. She would threaten me, kick me. She would like hold the door closed so I would get punished for being late in class. Like smack me in the face.
Crazy.
Yeah. And the teachers just didn't believe me because I was an annoying kid. Would be like, hey, how are you doing? And then sort of
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
shoulder
Yeah.
tap, and it would hurt people. So I was an annoying kid as well. So they would say like, you are not an angel either. So they wouldn't believe me. And one day she hit my arm so much that it was red, and we were out doing sports. So I ran back to school and I tapped like the principal on her shoulder, and I was like, do you believe me now? And then she finally did. It took that. But yeah, it was crazy because she would say like, God hates you, we despise you. And then it would be like even suicidal threats, like you should kill yourself. Why are you still here?
That is crazy.
I was walking. I wanted to leave, so I was walking downstairs, and she pushed me. So luckily I could just grab the staircase because otherwise, yeah, I don't know, would hurt myself. Or I was watching out this big window. It was like a large window, and she would lift me. Like, it was insane. And I remember like this girl from my class. I didn't have friends in the class, but that one girl went to the principal and was like, this needs to stop, because if this continues, she is gonna kill her. It was that bad. Yeah, and no one believed it. And at the time, I couldn't really tell my parents because of the stuff that was going on at home. So yeah.
Yeah. So you had to bear all that. And
Yeah, but in a way, I'm happy I did, because probably if that wouldn't have happened, I might have turned out to be a bully. Like if I looked at earlier behavior of me being like socially not really capable of being social, I would definitely turned out a bully myself. So I'm happy because it broadened my perception and emotional intelligence or whatever.
right, I see what you're saying. That is. I mean, I couldn't imagine, because where I'm from, the little town that I'm from, if you can play anything, if you're a recluse but you can play, and I was somewhat of a recluse in high school, somewhat, but we all had our clique of friends. But if you could play a guitar or banjo or whatever, it was like all inclusive. They didn't care. They didn't care. They didn't care. They didn't care of your race, religion. They didn't care. They didn't.
That's good.
All they knew, and that's the way I was raised. A lot of people say, "Well, you're from the South. You're from Kentucky. You're stereotyped all to pieces." But I was raised. Doesn't matter what race, religion, how you believed, how you felt. You was part of us. You was part of us, and that's
good.
That's the way I was raised. So,
and music makes you really vulnerable too. So I wouldn't dare to tell anyone that I was a songwriter. But some people knew, and they would bully me for everything except that. So that was like a good thing for me. But yeah, in college either, I didn't really want to put it out there too much that I was writing songs. Some people would look me up and find me on YouTube, and then they would be nice about it. But I never wanted to shove it in people's faces that I was a songwriter, because it's like such a braggy thing.
Yeah, yeah. That's how come. I
don't want anyone to look at me and think like, oh, that's that bitch who thinks she can make music. I
Yeah,
don't want that. So
that's one of the reasons that when people say, and Grant and Janet is probably two of the greatest. Grant and Janet, I love Grant and Janet McIntosh. I do. Uh,
mhm.
there have been times that I needed to talk, and Grant be the man to go to for me. He gets it, but a lot of times they get on to me because they'll say you don't give yourself enough credit. I'm self boast. As far as self boast, hits. I don't know. It just kind of makes me gag. you know, you
Self
know.
boast. What does that
Yeah.
mean?
Well, I mean, uh, like you said, the reason you didn't tell people
Oh yeah, yeah.
that you are a songwriter and that you can sing and that you are a musician. It's good for me to see that. It's good for everybody to know that, you know. But there's a
Mhm.
difference in somebody saying it and then me saying it.
To be honest,
I'm
I can't say, like, people sometimes
yeah,
think I'm a singer, but I can't even say that because I
yeah.
don't think I sing well. I'm not that technical. So I know I do write songs. I do see myself as someone who likes to sing, but I'm not a singer. Definitely not a musician.
Well, the way I say it is I don't sing because I think I'm good at it. I sing because I love to sing and because it helps me.
Yeah,
If it helps you, that's great. But but that's the reason that I sing. It's not because I think I'm good at it. It's because I
yeah.
enjoy it.
Yeah, and also I put it on Instagram a lot, and I don't know if that comes across as being braggy
No,
or something, but that's also
I
because
think
I like it. I will never be in person with someone and sing. I cannot get myself to do. There's a lot of people I know that will be like close to me, and they will start singing something. I can't. I don't know why. I can't get myself to sing when I'm with other people. I find it
well
so awkward,
my
braggy.
opinion my opinion of your Instagram is I think I mean that's just me, but I think you need to be more at it as far as Instagram. I know you think you post a lot, or you may think you come across, but I think that the more that you're there,
Hmm.
not that you're boasting, but the more that you're there, I go and look a lot of times to see if you've posted anything on
Oh.
Instagram new, and that's just you'd be surprised what you see and what other people see are
So
to
you're
are
like post more or
yeah,
don't?
post
Oh yeah.
more.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
Oh,
See,
interesting.
what I'm saying is what you see and what I see is two different C's. That
Mm-hmm.
makes sense.
Yeah.
You think maybe I'm posting too much or that I'm coming across as braggy.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
see I see you're not posting enough. See what I'm
That's so
saying?
sweet. Thank you.
The process of because a lot of people don't understand how to get from point A to point B.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
You see what I'm saying? And a lot of times when I go from point A to point B, I take a big U turn. You know what I'm saying? And I'm totally
Mm-hmm.
lost. But uh, Gaffa's in the house. I know Gaffa and Jamie was one of the greatest, two of the greatest people that absolutely pushed me to do more. Uh, and Ian's in the house. I seen you sneaking in, and Hazy Days is here. If you don't have Josephine on your playlist, on your channel, if you're not watching the process, if you haven't seen what we have got to see in the past couple of years, she was awesome. But there just seemed like there's a more in depth. I don't know if it's just growing as an artist or deciding to go deeper. But I
I
could
think
I
it's
could tell.
both.
Yeah, it's
Because
it's it's an explosion for sure.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah, definitely. Because like I was going through a rough time a few years ago, and I started getting like a bit of darker thoughts. and I started like putting out these songs that were on those heavier subjects, and people started opening up more about their own struggles, and it sort of clicked in my mind, like, if I can help people at least open like a door where they can start talking about what they're going through, that's enough of a reason to keep going. Yeah. What were we talking about again? Completely lost it.
Where was I going with that? Let's see. We were going to the 7-Eleven.
A lot of time I talk and I forget what I'm saying while I'm saying it. It's insane.
But
It's early to have that.
But to me, and I'm kind of like Gaffa, and promoting yourself is a good thing. Now I know, if from my perspective, promoting yourself is a good thing, but for me, if I do something and somebody says something boastful about it, it just kind of, I don't know. I don't know if it's just I'm backwards or just weird or whatever it is, but I'm like, nah, I'd rather just, because Edie she's a talent, but she has a blast with it. She doesn't give a flying flip either way. She has a blast with it.
That's
And
great.
you could see the difference in it. Me,
Her personality is so strong.
Yeah. Have you got another song for us?
No, I kind of ran out. So sad. And it's really late.
What time is it?
I cannot see. Wait.
Get your glasses.
1:30. What am I saying? 12:30.
This has been a blast.
I can sing crazy. What is the name of the artist though?
I tell you, Twisted Art Ladies in the house. Glad you're here. I seen you come in. Julie's here. I'm glad you came in. Have you got any advice before we close out? We've got about 15 minutes. Thereabouts 5 minutes. That
was it.
Have you got any advice for anybody that's writing or want or have emotions that they want to put down and put in music?
Listen to a lot of advice and then figure out what works for you, and find a balance between perfection and being complacent. Because if you're a perfectionist, you're not going to get anywhere, because you're never going to feel like your music is good enough to put it out there. And you need to put out like 100 crappy songs before you can make a good one. And if you're complacent and you're stuck in your little bubble of I'm doing something that's great, you're also not going to get anywhere, because you need feedback, which hurts, which sucks, to open your perception and to be like, oh shit, I thought what I was doing was really good, but I could actually improve a lot. So finding that balance is important.
That's some great advice. That's true. That is true.
I have elderly wisdom.
But the thing about it is, the balance or the advice. Like I said earlier, I've taken advice from people and criticism from people that had zero understanding of emotion. And you're exactly right. The balance between perfection and complacency. You have to find that fine margin.
Yeah.
I agree.
Also, if you ever get criticism, don't take it as an attack, but look what you can take from it to improve. Like if someone says you have an ugly face, there's not really much you can do about that. But if someone says I don't know, your voice sounds awful. It could be that you have, what do you call it? Clipping. Could be
Yeah.
that something is wrong with your audio and you can improve on something.
Right.
It's not always said in the most tactful, the most, what do you call it? It's not always said in the nicest way, but just look what
Right.
value you can take from it.
Right.
Look for what they say, not how they say it.
Right. Okay. Yeah. That there's a difference in constructive. My mom used to say, God rest her soul, but my mom used to say there's a difference in constructive criticism and destructive criticism.
Yeah, but even destructive criticism can have something that you can take from it.
Yeah.
Like if it's
Yeah,
if it's
I
like,
agree.
I can't even hear what you're singing, you idiot, that's not constructive, but it might be that your instrument is overpowering your voice.
Right.
Something like that. I mean,
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Listen, if you don't have Josephine Smet on your channel, I always say if I believe in someone and I enjoy my people, if you don't have her on your list, your channel is lacking somewhat. So my advice is to go over and hit the button, hit the bells, do what you got to do. Go over and watch some videos. Don't just go over there and say, "Oh, I've got her on my list." Go over there and then because we've been friends for I don't know a couple years now.
yeah.
And
You're my bearded buddy.
I'm a bearded brother. We both work at the 7-Eleven. But anyway,
but here we go again, okay?
was she heavy, ALS? Was she heavy? That's the question. Anyway, the thing about it, yeah, acapella, that would be great. You want to do something acapella? They want to hear some acapella.
Sure, but you wanted to say something. I will do it after that.
Well, I want people to go over to your channel, watch your videos, and learn the process. See what we see.
Do you know Crazy by Patsy Cline? Or Clin? I don't know how you...
Klein, yeah. No.
It's a nice song.
Do it. Yeah, I know it. I know it. Oh, Lord, yeah. Do I know it? I thought you. I was hoping, my God, I hope she don't want me to sing. I'm not singing that.
I can't play it on guitar, but I can
Blaze Radio's in the house.
So many cool people in the chat.
I know it. It's freaking awesome.
Okay. Crazy. I'm crazy for feeling so lonely. I'm crazy, crazy for feeling so blue. I know you love me as long as you want it. And someday you'll leave me for somebody new. Worry, why would I let myself worry? Wondering, what in the world did I do? Crazy, I am crazy for feeling so lonely. I'm crazy for crying, crazy for trying, and I'm crazy for loving you. That's it. I'm done.
I love it. I love it. Acapella is just, and I can't say purist because you kind of acapella. I love it.
Yeah, especially with the reverb, it's nice. Without it, it sounds so weird.
I like to get 80 to do something just acapella. just
What?
without.
Yeah, definitely.
We need to get
Go,
her to up.
Edie.
We
Do
need
it.
to get her to upload a video a cappella.
Yeah, definitely.
We all just need to do something a cappella and just
She
throw it
should
up there.
totally do Big Yellow Taxi a cappella. Her voice would sound so nice with that.
Yeah. Listen, guys, Monstar's in the house. Cecilia. Oh no, she said, "Oh no,
Eat it, eat it.
Edie, you
Eat
can do
it.
it. You can do it."
Yeah. Don't it always seems to go that you don't know where you got till it's gone. We were gonna do that together one day, but I was so slow. I was too late.
John T. Cash is in the house.
Just
Yeah. So,
Edie, please sing something a cappella. You will rock it. Definitely.
she's like, oh no, and then is she ignoring us? Is she
No, she's not ignoring us.
Is she
She's the
ignoring
sweetest
us?
soul on earth.
Is she ignoring us?
No.
I
I can feel her personality shine from where she is.
Yeah.
It's that strong.
Truth.
Amen. I'm still sorry for that, Edie. For being too slow.
Good. Very good.
Very, very good.
Thank you.
We should end in accent, okay?
I tried it earlier. I don't know if I.
No, your accents are hilarious. Please do it.
Okay, well, we must go now.
No, yes, I think we should go to India. You can meet my parents. I will trade you for 5 camel. I love doing accents, but I'm always scared that it will offend someone.
Yeah, no, you should do a hillbilly accent.
We could do Italian. Or
we started out with
accent.
Yeah, we started out with an Italian earlier, and we ended up in India.
And then you have Russian accents, and if you say, I will cut you open with knife, you know you're in trouble. But if I go, I am pink fluffy unicorn, you are also in trouble. That's the thing with a Russian accent. You're in trouble either way.
Oh.
God, I'm so
Anywho,
weird.
If you don't have Josephine, her link will be in the description box below, and go over and check her out. You can thank me later.
Wait, Roland.
Yes.
Can you do me a favor?
What's that?
Can you please do a collab with Edie? Can you do a song together? I love both of you, and it would sound awesome. Edie, please do a collab with Roland. I'm not pushing you, but do it.
Did you hear that?
So I can play it over and over and over again.
Yeah, Grant said you should do a song in accent.
Oh, yes, I will do it.
Do it. You can do it.
McDonald had a farm. Yeah, oh. Of course. Yeah, she said of course. It's a done deal now.
Are you going to finish the McDonald or no?
Yeah, oh. Merely had a little lamp, okay.
Oh, this has been a blast.
My cheek hurts from smiling too much.
We've been doing this silliness for.
Old McDonald did it for him.
Yeah.
The wheel of the bed go round and round, round and round, round and round.
I must get on my camera. I must have right away.
Clearly, I'm crazy for feeling so lonely. Okay.
Get started.
I'm dying.
Slap Happy.
Do you have another kid song that I can ruin?
Baby Shark.
Oh, baby shark, do. Okay.
Okay, I
Parrot
got,
shark.
I'm a crying. Baby shark. Du, du,
Baby
du, du,
shark,
du.
okay. Do. You know?
What is what is what is your name?
My name is
Uh,
Josephine.
what is your name? Hello?
I am Josephine. I am from Belgium. We have chocolate and we have beer and fries.
What is
But
your name? What
what is your name?
what is your name?
Stupid. Stupid.
Oh,
What
this has
is
been
your
a
name?
blast.
Stupid.
Anywho, please go check out Josephine. It's like this a lot.
Oh
When
yeah,
it
I'm
comes,
so sorry. I apologize for being this obnoxious. It's Leviosa. What on earth are you laughing about? You know what my favorite word is in English?
what?
Hobknocker. I mean,
Hobknocker.
it's a fun word.
Yeah. Just as long as you don't say the word cod knocker. That is
I don't know
that is
what that is. I will look it
that.
up.
Look it up. No, don't because we some of us were talking. The word cod knocker is a word. Trust me.
Sure.
Anyway, I
I don't
love
want
you.
this to end. It's funny. Why do you want to leave?
I don't
Am I
want to
that
leave.
bad? Please don't leave me.
Please don't go. Please don't go.
Please don't go. You can stay. You can come to India, meet my parents, okay? I will trade you for 5 camel because you have very pretty beard, okay? I like your long beard. How it waves in the wind. Very luscious means. God.
80 what? Here's a link to NBA 80 singing at NBA's home. Oh, that's the
What?
that was the collab.
Yeah. Chocolate, beer, and Josephine. That's so sweet. One of our monuments is a guy who pees. Beat
What?
that, America. It's no joke.
She said no joke.
We take our pee very seriously, okay?
Okay. This has been a blast. I want y'all to go over and somebody had run her link, please. Dominican Peace. Yeah.
Thank you all for being here.
Greatly
I appreciate
appreciate everybody that showed up. Really, I am. Josephine is awesome.
She's really weird.
She's in an awesome way, though.
Not a lot of people agree with that.
Unties and relaxes. Oh,
Subscribe
nevertheless,
to MBA.
no.
Yeah.
Just time for the beards for us, please.
You look beautiful. Wow, look at
Look at
all
this.
of that.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah.
I will make that my new laugh.
That's gonna be my new ringtone. Yeah, 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 yeah. That's gonna be my new ringtone.
I mean, classy laugh.
That's killed me.
Oh, please
So
do that again.
yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah,
I will
yeah,
make
yeah,
that my notification
yeah.
tone every
That's gonna be
time
my
someone
ringtone.
messages
Yeah,
me.
yeah, 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 yeah. Uh, so
Sometimes when I'm like this, people are like, "Are you drunk?" No, this is normal me.
yeah,
I don't even know what it would be like if I was drunk.
yeah, it would be a mess. Yeah,
It
for
would be
sure.
bad.
It would be bad, really bad, really bad, really bad, really bad. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'll be doing that the rest of the evening now.
Great.
Uh,
You are silly, man.
uh,
I love you.
uh, anyway, we've got panel. We got a surprise panel. What's wrong? Her jowls are hurting. Her jowls.
Yeah, they hurt.
They hurt so bad. We've got
I'm a singer songwriter.
We've got.
What are we doing?
I don't know. This is getting out of hand. Anyway,
This is what it looked like before we went live. We just
yeah,
want you in on it.
yeah, yeah. We was doing this. We was doing this. We were doing this behind the scene.
Oh,
Crappy. Wouldn't have missed it for the all. Thank you, old cronies. I appreciate you.
God.
We've got a surprise panel. We've got a surprise panel. We got
Beautiful.
we've got some.
Stop it, I'm gonna pee. If you don't stop, there will be a puddle below me.
We've got.
Oh my God.
We got a surprise panel. Let me get a hold of myself. Get a hold of yourself, boy. Get a hold of yourself. Yeah. We've got a surprise panel coming up this Sunday coming.
Can't do this anymore.
Oh, squishy britches. Anyway. Oh, squishy pants. Oh,
God.
okay. Let me straighten up. Fix your hair.
Beautiful.
There's been a sight. Nevertheless, please go check out Joseph.
I don't think they want to anymore.
I looked up and you was wiping your eyes. That's why I got tickled. That's why I was laughing. You was going.
Okay.
She got the puddle. She got the puddle. Puddle in her seat. Go over and check out. Go over and check out. I snorted.
I'm not okay.
I snorted. What the hell?
Oh.
Okay. We was doing this earlier. This was what's so funny? You just had to be there. You know what I'm saying? Go check out Miss Josephine. Follow her. Learn from her because I have. We all. If you stop learning, all joking aside, if you stop learning, it's over with, man. I'm telling you, it's you know what I'm saying. It's over with. Pass the vodka. Somebody said passes the vodka.
I know what you're saying.
I gotta get a hold of myself. I gotta go. Yeah,
What was that?
I got.
I gotta, you know.
I gotta go. You're, you know, I gotta go pee. But Monica, I love you.
We good. No puddle yet.
No puddle yet. Yeah, I've got a tip jar over here. But check out Josephine. Look here. Super sticker. Dude, you don't have to do that, Jimmy. God,
Throwing money at you like you're a stripper.
I strip it. Could you imagine? Yeah, I'm a chip. I'm not
Take
a
it
chip.
off. Take it off, okay.
Hey, I'm not a chip. I'm not a Chip and Dale dancer. I'm a Chip Ahoy dancer.
I thought you were a pole dancer.
Pole dancer. A Chip Ahoy dancer. She'll get it later. Chip and Dale, Chip Ahoy.
Oh, I get it. I'm super serious now.
That's super serious now.
Do you see how serious I am?
Yeah, she's very serious. She's very serious. Look at her. She's very intimidating until she laughs. But anyway, you. I knew that would do it. You.
Stop it.
Hey, I love you, girl. Keep riding.
I love you, boy.
Love you, girl. Keep doing what you're doing.
Sup, bitch.
You helping the musical community. No joke.
I do not know about that, but I try. No.
You.
I
Monica.
I'm a pink fluffy unicorn.
But okay, I'm gonna hold myself. Continue to do what you're doing.
This?
And what the heck is that? Caterpillar.
You said continue doing what you're doing.
So you kept doing what
Oh,
you
I
were
am.
doing. Balloon knot. What? Crumbs in his tongue and balloon. What? What?
I don't know where he got crumbs. I don't want to know where
I don't know.
Roland's crumbs are at.
You.
I don't want to know about Roland's tongues. Hashtag Roland's tongues.
I got crumbs. I got crumbs in my shorts and they won't go. Okay.
You got crumbs in your short and you don't know.
Okay.
We'll be fine one day.
Yeah. We'll be okay. I love you guys. Don't go
I
nowhere yet.
love you, bitch. I
love
never gonna
you
stop loving
guys.
you, bitch.
I love you. Hey.
Are you too boomer to know Vines, Roland?
Huh?
Do you know Vines?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
Do you know the one from Love You, bitch? The one with his guitar? I'm never gonna stop loving you, bitch. So romantic.
I will see you all in the wood shop this week, hopefully. Go check out Josephine. Follow her. Be sure you do.
Link in bio.
Link in bio.
I don't know.
Link in bio. What?
And
Link
subscribe to this beautiful.
Link in the description below.
What a
your heathens.
beautiful beat you got going on there, good sir. Lovely. Oh, jolly. Beautiful.
Wayne Hall, love you, bud. Love you guys. We're out of here. Josephine,
I will stop now, I promise.
I will catch you on the streets.
Oh, shit, that sounds dangerous.
You
ain't catching me. You can't catch me.
I can't run, so I mean, hell.
You can't catch me. I'm fast. I eat fast, sleep fast, pee fast.
Cookie heathens. Whistle Aquatics. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. We're out of here. Night.
Hug, Roland.
Hug.
He ain't hugging me.
I'm hugging.
Oh no, sorry.